If you need to tow heavy and you want to do it in style, well, you buy this truck. This is a 2024 Ram 5500. Has the 84-inch cab to axle and the Laramie package. And if you would like to purchase a truck like this, be sure to reach out to Larry H. Miller, Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Sandy, Utah. John Durley is a commercial guy. He knows everything about these trucks, and he pretty much stays on top of all the changes that they do. So yeah, he's definitely the guy you want to reach out to. Let's go ahead and do a quick walk around, and then I'll show you guys some of the numbers on the door. Here's the window sticker for the truck we're going to be reviewing today, and it shows the base price at $61,090. Some more specs are down here, and this is a partial listing of the standard equipment. And starting off the options is the paint, which is $245 because it is a pearl paint. And the customer preferred package is basically the Laramie trim. So this gets added onto the 5500 for basically $12,000. So it gives you everything here, and it continues at the top. Max Tow package does give you lower gearing out back. I believe it's a 489, but I will clarify that in the video. Heavy duty front suspension. And the Laramie level 1 equipment group adds a few more features to that trim. And just take note of the fuel tank right there, 74 gallons. It does come standard with a 52-gallon fuel tank. A lot of dealerships make this mistake. They'll add the 22-gallon option thinking that it's just adding it onto the 52, but actually you're deleting the 52-gallon fuel tank, so just keep that in mind. So you have to pay $795 for 74 gallons of fuel. Spare tire was an option. Destination is $1995 with a total price of $90,825, and this is not unlimited. Back in 2023, they did make painted bumpers come standard for Laramie, and they pretty much did that across the board, even for the cabin chassis. And I love the fact that you still have a little bit of chrome on the front, because for some people, they don't want a blacked out truck. So having that nice chrome treatment on the grille looks perfect. LED headlights. However, the turn signals are going to be incandescent, but your fog lights are going to be LED down below, reflective style. Parking sensors, tow hooks are down below. This one does not have a forward-facing camera. And off to the side, you guys can pretty much tell that they did paint that fender flare. The first thing I would do is probably do a PPF on the fender flares and that bumper just to protect them. 19.5-inch wheels wrapped in a Hankook tire. Now here's the size for the tire right here. 225/70, 19.5. And 3,970 pounds of capacity per tire. Out back, 3,750 pounds for that dual setup. 110 psi, solid front axle, and this does have that wide front track, which is why you see this fender flare here. Here's some of the badging on the side. Now these mirrors do not power fold. I'm not sure why Ram did that, nor do they have the lights on the front of them. And it doesn't seem like they allow that to be a part of this cabin chassis configuration, but you do have a smart key system on the front doors, and you have that Laramie badge right here. As you guys saw on the window sticker, 74 gallons of fuel is an option for this truck. And just take a look at the frame too. This is a pretty robust truck. Love the upgrades that they do for the cabin chassis 5500s. That's why these trucks can carry and tow so much. There should still be an option to upgrade the steel wheel to an aluminum one, like the front one that you see here. And because the truck has the max tow, it does have a 489 rear end. Here's the other fuel tank. This is the standard fuel tank, and then the one you see there is the optional one that they add. I believe it's what, 52 gallons. And hopefully you guys saw that rear end. All right. And sometimes you wouldn't know these things unless you've been able to drive them. But whenever you get the longer frame compared to the standard one, which is the 60-inch, these trucks do ride a lot better with the wheelbase. So just keep that in mind if that's something that might be important to you. Now, as far as the powertrain goes, this is a 6.7 Cummins, and it has the Eisen transmission behind it, known as the AS69RC. This is a detuned platform because that's what they have to do for these trucks. So 360 horsepower, 800 pound-feet of torque. And quite honestly, guys, I really do believe that this is the best configuration. I'm surprised that GM and Ford have not incorporated an inline 6 for their cabin chassis trucks. You know, I would like to see that personally. I would like to see an inline six design because it's using less parts, and I do believe that the power delivery with the inline six is so much better compared to the V8s. And let's go ahead and check out the interior so you guys can see what you get with this Laramie. As far as the interior goes, the Laramie is not the highest trim level. You still have a limited, which gives you premium materials, real leather, real wood, as opposed to this. I mean, this is still really nice though, but you do have like a plastic wood trim piece here. Suede inserts are really nice, and soft touch at the very top of the door here. As I said earlier, they do not have power folding mirrors, nor do you have power tow mode, so you have to push the mirrors out manually. You still get heated top and bottom mirrors, and you can control that convex right here. 10-way seat with lumbar. The headrest do tilt, and they embroider Laramie right there. This truck does not have a telescoping steering wheel, but it does go up and down. Power pedals down below. Grab handle is right there. And this truck does have the vinyl flooring, which I would definitely do for my truck because this is a work truck, right? And for 2023, they added this, and for 2024 you're going to still see that 12-inch gauge cluster. Now the reason why I like this screen is because it's fully customizable. You could change the information that you see up here, and I love the fact that Ram gives you all of these different gauges. They added the fuel economy right there for you, so you can kind of get an idea what the fuel mileage would be. And then here's some of your gauges for coolant, transmission, and battery. A few more for oil life, oil temp, and oil pressure. And then exhaust rake and boost pressure. And then this is for your fuel filter life, diesel particulate filter, so all for that emissions, and front and rear fuel tank. And really quickly, did you guys see right there it says hold OK to regen? So this does have the manual regen. You can get a turbo timer, things like that as well. And push button start does come standard on these Ram HDs. Also, here's your full drive. That also comes standard for this truck. 12-inch display. One thing I love about this screen is they do have a few dashboards. You have off-road pages, but what's more important is obviously your towing. So they give you the gauges right here, and they have a light check for your trailer. And here's another gauge for you to see. Dual climate control. This truck does have the heated and ventilated front seats, heated steering wheel. Also, this one has the auxiliaries, tow haul mode, and exhaust brakes down below. Your front and rear parking sensors. You have 4 USBs down below. You guys probably already noticed that this truck did have the 6 passengers, so you have this that pops up and gives you that additional person, and you have storage below the seat right there. And this area does have one Type A USB. And let's go ahead and check out the dash and then the passenger side. Love the storage that they give you on the passenger side. They do provide a light in here too. Most of the others don't do that. And glove box is down below. There is a power plug right here. And they give you an additional 12-volt power plug up top here, which is nice for like navigation, things like that. A lot of manufacturers don't do that either. I noticed that from the Ford and the GM pickups. This seat also is 10-way. Out back. Great treatment to the interior. Seat back pockets. You have 4 USBs, another power plug, 115 volt power. Cup holders right there. And this one does not have the storage cubbies down below. They may not offer that for the cabin chassis. Now, they do still provide a little bit of storage on that side. And if you want, if you are someone who does hot shot or something, these trays do flip out to give you a flat floor surface where you can sleep on this. And I've actually done it a couple times in my first Ram that I had. So as far as the numbers go, the gross axle weight rating up front is going to be 7,250. The rear is 13,500. 19,500 gross vehicle weight rating. And because it is an incomplete vehicle, it will not show a payload for the truck until they do the upfit. And most upfit businesses don't even give you the payload after that. But you know, venture to say with the 84-inch cab to axle, once you add a bed and everything like that, you should have like 7,000 to 8,000 pounds of payload, if not more. It could be a little bit higher than that, but with the Laramie trim package and some of the options, I'm thinking around like 8,000 pounds would be a safe number. But 35,000 pounds of towing capacity, 43,000 pounds for gross combined weight rating. Now that's obviously for the 5500, so once you add this Laramie trim, your towing capacity will drop a little bit because of the options and features, but nevertheless, if you want max tow, this is 100% the way to go. I hope you guys liked the video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure your bell notifications are on. See you guys soon. Normally I don't show drives for these trucks, but the biggest thing about this truck is the turning radius. Like, it is absolutely amazing. And with this truck having the longer wheelbase, I wouldn't be able to tell if it rides better because there's no weight behind me. But once you add weight to these trucks, they do ride slightly smoother. But yeah, this is a rough riding truck right now. But yeah, this is one of the best turning radius in the business, and that's why you really buy these types of trucks.